Hello and welcome. In this video, I will briefly be introducing you to what programming is. What is programming? When you hear the term programming, all it is basically is a set of instructions that you provide to a computer to carry out some task or activity. So programming in a nutshell is a set of instructions that you give to a computer to do. So a computer program is basically a bunch of instructions to the computer to action. A computer is basically as clever as you make them to be. So when you're giving instructions to the computer, you'll have to provide the instructions in a sequence of steps. So it's very important to tell the computer which steps to follow and in what sequence. The problem is if you don't give the correct instructions to the computer and the right sequence, you will not get the desired results. Now, the instructions that you provide to the computer are known as statements. So you can look at a computer program as a collection of statements. The sequence of steps that the computer follows are referred to as algorithms. So it's good to take note of these buzzwords. So as you begin to learn programming, when you come across these words, you know what they mean. So we know that programming is a set of instructions that you provide to the computer. Now, the instructions have to be written, and they are written in what is referred to as a programming language. Now, there are several programming languages out there, depending on what you want to do or which languages you are comfortable with. Normally, most computer programs are written in what is called a plain text editor. So just like you would use Microsoft Word to write text, if you want to write computer program, they are written in a plain text editor. The reason it has to be a plain text is because you don't need any formatting, just like Microsoft Word that has formatting on it. The text editor has to be plain. There has to be no formatting at all, because you don't want the instructions to be formatted. You want the instructions to be written exactly how you want the computer to follow it. Once you have written your instructions with a programming language inside a text editor, the content of that text editor is then referred to as the source code. So often you hear programmers say, let me see the source code. So what they actually mean, they want to see the content of the text editor where you've written the instructions for the computer. So it's very important to know the various keywords I've used here. I've purposely made them bold so that it stands out. So when you come across these buzzwords, you know what they stand for. I've got an illustration here of a computer programming. So in this example here, I'm getting a robot to make a cup of tea. So when you're providing instructions to the computer, you need to provide it in a step-by-step sequence for the computer to follow. This is referred to as an algorithm. If the steps are not followed in order, then you will not get the desired result. So for example, if you reverse the steps, then you will not get the desired outcome. So if any of this step is reversed, for example, if you boil the kettle first and then later do the other steps, then by the time you get to it, the cup of tea might be cold. So it's very important that when you provide instructions to the computer, they are clear, they are precise for the computer to follow. Don't forget that the computer is just a dumb terminal, so it's as clever as you make it out to be. It will do exactly what you tell it to do. So it's important that when you write programs, you make sure that your instructions are clear for the computer to follow. I hope this video has given you a clue or a better understanding of what programming is. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.